If caviar is not your thing, get a load of these beauties. Maryland blue crabs, steamed to perfection. As a native Marylander, I've always considered myself something of an authority on blue crab and the unique Old Bay seasoning that makes them irresistible. Well, it turns out there was something I didn't know about my favorite food, something that's led me to J.O. Spice, near my hometown of Baltimore, where I hope to make amends and atone for the sins of my past.
How you doing, Mike?
Hey, how are you?
Tyler. Nice to meet you.
Awesome, nice to meet you.
Yeah. Are you ready to get spicy today?
Oh, all right. Let's get spicy.
So if you don't mind changing into the proper uniform, and we'll get you geared up.
You know what? Can I say no? I'll do it.
Just right here, huh?
So, are you part of the family?
Well, my great-grandfather started the company in 1945.
Uh-huh. When I come to Baltimore, two things have to happen. I have to have crabs, and I have to see my folks.
Absolutely.
For lunch. So I've called my parents, and with your permission, or somebody's, they'll come by and say hello. But look, people, you guys gotta understand, when you talk about Maryland blue crabs, it's like talking about hot dogs from Coney Island or deep dish pizza from Chicago. But I wanted to talk to you guys specifically about many social media posts over the years from me have sung the praises of Maryland blue crabs and mentioned Old Bay.
Yes, sir.
But you're not Old Bay.
We are not Old Bay.
And everybody thinks when they see that red chalky stuff on a blue crab, they assume it's Old Bay, and you're telling me that in many situations it's not.
Yeah, in the majority of the situations, it is not.
The majority of the
So
situations.
not even just, it's very rare that you'll have Old Bay on your crabs.
What's on your crabs is J, who's J and who's O?
So that is my great-grandfather's initials, James Oswald.
All right, now you know what I know. That's J-O. We're gonna get to the bottom of the whole thing.
Yes, sir. Let's get started.
Something's going to happen back here that
Absolutely.
involves spices. I've come back to Baltimore to clear up a misperception that I'm guilty of accidentally perpetuating. The misperception is this: most people here think the seasoning on most Maryland blue crabs is made by Old Bay. Well, it's not. Most of the spice on most of the blue crabs is actually made by a family-run operation called J.O. Spice. During the summertime, J.O. Spice produces 70,000 pounds of crab seasoning every day. That's 175 tons a week. And for years, people like me have been giving Old Bay all the credit. That ends today.
How you doing,
So this
sir?
is Brandon. He's the manager
Mike,
over here.
how are you?
Oh, man, good, man.
Nice to meet
So
you.
Brandon, do we have a recipe that we need help with today?
Yes, sir. We're gonna work on this recipe right here.
Now, how many different recipes are there?
We have over 200 different blends, not just crab seasoning, from chicken blends, steak seasonings, you name it.
Really?
So right there, that's what we're gonna follow step by step. That's the secret recipe. So I need you to get me ground red, 23.2 pounds, please. If
You'll
you
have
could
to-
find some ground red.
Right in front of me. Elite ground red pepper. All
Yep.
right.
Take that and you'll put it onto this cart right here. We'll measure 23.2 pounds of ground red. We'll put it into this container here.
At a glance, one could say that's a trash can.
Oh, well, it's a food can.
A food can.
That's what we're gonna use it for.
So back to the Old Bay. Are you guys like fierce competitors?
We are, and it's just been built that way from them getting recognition that I feel like we have earned.
Yeah.
0.2. Perfect.
Oh, look at that. I gotta point out something. That this proprietary recipe, when we get to the end of the list, it may no longer be proprietary.
So we will gather 27.8 pounds.
27.8 pounds. So this is a large batch of whatever this is.
Actually, it's a smaller batch.
Oh.
So we put together batches that are up to 10,000 pounds at a time.
10,000 pounds?
10,000 pound
That's-
runs is what we do. You want to make sure that you're following the recipe exactly or else it won't come out right. And the original recipe was an all-purpose seafood seasoning. It's called J.O. Number 1.
J.O. Number 1 was the company's very first blend. It's still a fan favorite for enhancing the flavor of seafood, meat, poultry, popcorn, French fries, and anything else you want to spice up. So you're gonna need a little,
Yes, sir. If you don't mind grabbing that off the shelf.
I will. Not sick. Yeah.
After being in here for 26 years, you
You're
kind of get
immune.
used to it. Perfect.
It smells good in here. It smells like everything.
So now we need. Oh boy. You'll get used to it.
Yeah,
I promise. It'll get better by the end of the day. Voila.
Boom.
So now we will lift the heavy stuff. After you sneeze.
This stuff.
Yep. Now we'll zero that out.
Okay.
So we need 69.5 of economy mustard.
That's a 50-pound bag.
This whole bag will go in then.
Yep. And just make sure you get it all in so we don't waste any product. 19 and a half more pounds.
19.5. How long you been here, Brandon? Is it Brandon or Brandon?
Brandon, yes.
Been here how long?
For 18 years.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
That's gold watch country. Well, what's it like working for a family-run business?
Just like going over to your family relatives for Thanksgiving. It's just everyday feeling like that, you know?
It's like a little slice of heaven here.
It is.
You good, that's good right there.
Next, we put in 148.5 pounds of salt. That's about 3 bags full. J.O. Spice uses 7 different types of salt in their seasoning, ranging from coarse to superfine, depending on what kind of seasoning is being produced.
You see those big flakes. That salt's necessary because during the steaming process, it has to adhere to the crab.
Hair?
Adhere to the crab. So it has to stick.
I swear to God, I just thought you said we have to add hair.
The family recipe since 1945. Just a little bit of hair.
Soil and green is people.
And then we'll drop it up in the mixer.
Before the mixing can begin, we'll need a wardrobe change. I'm not sure why. Something to do with allergens, safety, and regulations.
We'll get you in there. Look at that, man.
Oh, perfect. You got room to spare.
We're gonna need the box cutters to get him out.
We just put your mixture that we did over there on top. So if you want to follow me up the deck, we're going to dump it into the mixer.
Great.
So in the summertime, this room gets hot. It
man.
gets about 110 degrees with the mixers on.
Yeah.
So you can imagine wearing jumpsuits in the middle of summer, 110 degrees.
Sweat like a whore in church.
Yes, sir. Take these cans and throw it into the mixer. Carefully dump that in there. You see how some of that's clumpy.
I do, yeah.
So we're gonna have to break that down. Bless you. And just go ahead and crush that in there. You all right? Bless you.
I don't know what's in the air, but the overalls are not protecting me.
Just some allergens, that's all.
Can. Bless you. So just make sure you're not sneezing towards the mix.
Got it. No,
You just don't want to sneeze.
you don't want
in
to
the
add
mixer.
any
Absolutely.
super special ingredients.
Yeah. We're happy with the ingredients we have in it right now. We're gonna close this up, and then we're gonna push start.
Great.
And that's our seafood seasoning blend.
After the spice has been mixed for 15 minutes, we empty the mixer.
This blender's about done. We're going to drain this mixer.
Hold it like that.
All right.
You want to squeeze that handle, Mike, and just pull that lever down. There it goes.
I had no concept that you guys were cranking out 350,000 pounds a week.
With 15 people. We're a family-owned and operated company, and hoping to always be that way.
Bless you, Mike.
Oh, Jesus.
You good to go, Mike?
I'm good.
All right. All of the stuff doesn't drain all the way out, so we have to lock the machine out and go brush out the bottom.
Oh, a little lockout, tag out?
Lockout, tag out.
So we'll switch this off,
Yeah.
put it right through there.
With the mixer locked and tagged, we start the process of cleaning.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You see the bristles? They're blue.
Right.
If that were to fall into the blend, we would catch that as we were packing. So if it was like a white or something that looks similar to the seasoning you're packing, you're never gonna catch it. So we use color-coded pretty much everything. Even our pens are metal detectable. That way, if a pen were to drop into a box, when you're sending it through the metal detector, it's gonna hit. You go through that box, well, there's Brandon's pen.
So you've not only saved the company an expensive and embarrassing lawsuit, you got your pen back.
Absolutely. Is the big stuff pretty much out?
The big stuff's out.
And that's when you start your wash down, which is that 8-hour process. We're gonna give you a little taste of it by washing this mixer out as soon as you're done sweeping it out.
How does it take 8 hours to clean this room?
This entire room, you see, it's white. It's like it just snowed in here. You got a vacuum, you have to wash every mixer, all the walls, the floors.
Everything.
Everything.
We'll go down and let that water out.
Get a little wet, a little spicy. There you go.
Dirty to the last drop.
Don't touch me, hon.
Thank you
See,
for
this
coming.
is what you do when you're not home.
Mom, Dad had been on dirty jobs for many years. Peggy and John, John and Peg. So come on and say hey.
How you doing? I'm Tyler.
Hi, Tyler.
Very nice to meet you
Nice
guys.
to meet
Hi.
you. You're
He's
with
the,
J.O.?
Yes,
I am.
he is.
My great-grandfather started the company in 1945.
John was just reading about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
19 came from Tangier Island.
Yes, he did. He was a waterman.
Well, so did my ancestors.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're my brother.
We might be. We look alike. Nice, clean face.
And I'll finish up here and then we'll eat some crabs.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Look, we got.
Here,
It looks like I'm ready for a colonoscopy. This is what they do before you get a colonoscopy.
You're not going to have a colonoscopy, Mom.
No, we're not.
I'm almost positive.
You can whisper all you want. But
Oh,
that's-
I'm white. Oh, crap.
Good. I'll see you for crabs. Let's bring your parents to work day.
Strip down.
We're going to lose all this?
We'll strip down.
Why are we losing these? For contamination?
Yeah, for contamination purposes, we're gonna walk elsewhere in the facility, and we just want to minimize the.
Cross contamination.
Absolutely.
Where's Nick?
Oh, all right. Perfect. All right, so let's pack a box.
Let's pack a box.
All you need to do is push that green button,
Yeah.
and it's gonna spit out 50 pounds.
Yep.
Now it's time to box up our spice mix so we can go eat some crab.
50 flat.
Each 50-pound box is sealed up and sent through a metal detector. Only then can it get the final stamp of approval.
This is the spice most often confused with Old Bay?
Yes, because people assume that Old Bay is what's on crabs. So most crab houses, if they're not using their own custom blend, they'll use JO number 2. It's strictly for the steaming process in crabs.
Here you are 5 generations in.
Yes.
Right? You're proud of your team. You've been here forever. And the truth is, the majority of people who are enjoying spice on their crabs are enjoying JO number 2.
Yeah, a blend that's been with our family for 5 generations now.
During the peak summer months, some customers of J.O. Spice use up to 20 boxes of the seasoning per week to spice up the food flying out of their commercial kitchens.
I have guys in here doing this every day. It's their job, so I just kind of like to recognize those people too.
Where are they? Get the whole gang together.
Without them, there really is no JO.
Tyler wants to make sure that I meet every employee working today. Why? Because Tyler's a good boss. That's why.
Thank you.
Nice to
Hey,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Some right there.
You know what? I bet I do. I'm covering it. Hey, man, we just love this company. He's an awesome... Is he a boss, or is he just a guy that's here? He's just a guy that's here. And is that what the stars mean on the crab? Is that the number of, like, generations?
Honestly, I don't know. If it's not, it's definitely gonna be. Well, that's it's definitely gonna be.
If that's what it is, if that's...
Because my son and my sister's daughter, if they want to come into the business, they are the 5th generation. So,
So you could stay. I mean, this is a 5-star company.
or the 5-star company. You know what? My son can wait. It's a 5-star company. That's what it is. His time will come.
Now it's time to feast on some crab.
Look at that. Oh, those are good ones. Maryland blue crabs, Calanectus sabatus. Beautiful swimmers. These things are like a nautical Rubik's Cube, getting all that meat out. You'll see, but we're gonna steam them up, we're gonna put the proper spice on them and let the games begin.
For Tyler's parents, Don and Ginger, the 3rd generation of J.O. Spice, crab is a way of life.
Sprinkle
some spice on there, Mike.
They're blue crabs, yeah, but when you steam them, they get red. So, how do you know when it's too much spice, or is there such a
Never
thing?
too much spice.
Load them up.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy this.
Hot crab.
As we say in Baltimore, hon, oh my God, it's crabs.
That smells like summertime.
Guys, you're in for a treat. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You're in for a treat. Pop that out like that, crack them like that, and then everything else is basically in play. That's claw.
I always start by pulling the legs off first. Mmm, so good.